Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of the Smoke Room. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and are getting the news version earlier, then you can go to Patreon, where it's $3 a month for this and other games. So, on the last Let's Play, we went to the strike, where we talked to some of the people there, and Beckett came to us and was like, hey, I want to talk to you and Nick. At which point Nick was like, I don't really want to. And we went, I'll go. So he went to go talk with Beckett, you know, the lizard guy, foreman, and he was like, so, did you plant the explosives? I was like, I didn't. He was like, okay, I'm not sure if I can trust you. Could be a plan or something like that. It's, bad for people that thing happened. And he doesn't suspect the Labrador guy whose name I can't remember. But then, I asked him, hey, is there something in the mines? He's like, I don't know, but I don't know what's down there, but there could be something down there, and it gets worse the more down you go. A hum, maybe? At which point, he was thinking a bit, went like absolutely scared, and then just calmed down for a hot second and ended the interview. It's like, okay, interesting. So he has repressed memories, maybe? Don't know, but there's something going on. Well, this is Echo, of course there's something going on. It'd be weird for somebody playing this for the first time being like, I don't know, is something going on? It's like, yeah, if you know anything about Echo or the Smoke Room, you know that there's something going on. So, then we exit out of that, and me, Nick, and the other two are going to meet Dimitri, who is, in a cast. In a sure set face. And begin. When we get to the clinic and Paul drops our names to the receptionist, we're let in no time at all. The black bear has his foot in the cast, but stands when he sees us. Friends. His expression are just as bright and strong as I remember them, but his voice sounds tired and worn. His expressions are just as bright. Okay. It's a quality I recognize. It's the kind of scratchiness you get when in your throat after a lot of screaming. Hello? You shouldn't be standing. Sit down. We'll come to you. Enough of that out of you. I am not your elder, and this wound is nothing. It's gonna be something if you don't let it heal. Dimitri waves his paw in the air. The casting and the crutch will take care of that. Nick clears his throat again and steps forward. It's good to see you well, Dimitri. Well, you say? Well enough, at least. The bear laughs. I've seen men lose their whole jaws. What's a few foot digits? Your tenacity is astonishing. I counted more than 1,000 men at the rally. You can thank Yao for that. Can I? He and his friends have contacts with the press. The old one that burned down? Oh yeah, I remember that. The other one, on the east side of town. The last one, you mean? Well, yeah? There's always gonna be somebody to push out the morning paper. Or gotta. Until dry season. If that one goes up in ash, another one will pop up sooner or later. No? Nick shifts his weight on one foot to another. There is something I need you to ask, if I may. You may. He looks so uncomfortable when this many eyes are on him. Do you happen to know where Yao might be right now? The two of you are still thicker than blood, eh? Leave it to Nikolai Crowley to visit me at a clinic to ask me where Feng Yaolin is off to. I didn't mean any disrespect. His deep laugh is a lot more raspy than when I last heard it. And I'm sure you mean none. It has been a long night, is all. He's just a bit single-minded. I mean, it do be like that. Always has been. There's no need to mock him. No, no. I deserve this. I think you should tell me what to do less and tell Dimitri what you're talking about the foreman. Considering that was your excuse not to talk about it. If he keeps pushing me, I might start pushing back. But Nikolai has a look in his eyes. It seems to say, don't. Alright. Now talk about what he said. At least the parts that are relevant to them. I don't want to mention the buzz in the minds that gets worse the deeper you go, or the reaction he had when he looked at me. I don't know, I feel that's somewhat relevant. We know there's something down in the mines. They might suspect something down in the mines. The foreman is really scared about there being something down in the mines. I mean, if these guys are going to be going down in the mines, they might want to know about the things that are going down in the mines. Just saying. Is that going to be my next cast phrase, just saying? That and it do be like that sometimes? Anyways. Dimitri's ears perk up in a state of bemusement. What business have you been tampering? Wait, what business would you have with tampering with explosives? None. 'Cause I didn't. It was that damn yellow dog. I bet my life on that. But there's only one stick that was tampered with. How do you know that would be the one you'd pick? I mean, I'm not sure it'd be specifically him, but it's also kind of like, you know. If you're giving a man a bunch of explosives, it doesn't need to be all of them, it just needs to be the one. And things can go right bad. There are ways to go about it. So, we're on the same page, friend? We are. Could somebody explain it to me then? The hare nodded quickly. They're tricks to make you pick one piece of dynamite over another if there's only one in the bag. If there's only one in the bag. There's picks to make you pick one piece of dynamite over another if there's only one in the bag. If one piece is longer or thicker, you're most likely to touch it first when your hand reaches into the bag. Or, if he only messed with one stick, he didn't have to make it a different shape. He'd just have to wait for one of us to pick it eventually. Then boom. He could have just gotten lucky that happened to be the first one that got picked out of the bag. More like unlucky. Made it damn obvious he was the one who did it. Would have been much harder to pin it on him if there was more time between incidents and he had an alibi. But why would the foreman suspect Sam? I was vexed by that line of thinking too. It tells us something, doesn't it? It does. Being... yeah, I'd like to know. If Ben planned the bomb, then nobody told Beckett. So, he's either acting completely on his own, or somebody is giving Ben instructions and isn't telling the foreman. So the foreman didn't know that Ben didn't get the explosives? I mean, yeah, I thought that would be suspect, but I thought, like, we were pointing towards him. Wouldn't he know that, you know, that's the current turn of events? Dimitri's eyes sparkle. He has wanted that promotion for a while now, yes? Desperate men are easily to influence, don't you agree? I see. Unfortunately, I'm harder to kill than that. And because I was available to get my message out of to the papers, I have assured that our response was robust. I'll return to work as quickly as possible. The corner of his mouth upturned slightly. If Ben receives blame publicly, we will know where where his orders come from. But I suspect we already do. I'm guessing maybe, the co-owner of the mines? Everybody shuffles around a bit, either uncomfortable with the implications, or reaffirmed by them. I myself have never met a group of men who could keep track of so many different hypotheticals in my life. It's like everybody's turning into William. Is there some kind of thing where, like, there's a picture of William's face over everybody here? Now that that's out of the way, are y'all gonna tell us where Yao's stole off to, or not? The rally is already a success. I told him to take it easy. As it happens, we all should. Let's all meet him at the Stag, shall we? The bar near Lake Emma? It's weird that we don't see... Well, I guess we do go to Lake Emma every now and then en route. I like this plan. I give Nick an incredulous look, and he raises his arm and scratches the back of his head nervously. It's a great place to have a conversation, Sam. Lots of noise and privacy. Cheers to that. I'd rather you stay here. Come now. I'll buy you your drinks for you. I can buy my own drinks. I can't buy you a new foot, though it could sculpt you a peg if you're so determined to lose it. If we have to get him drunk to keep him away from work, and keep him off his leg, then so be it. Let's grab our things and get to the Stag, boys. After all this walking back and forth, I hope these men trust me. Walking or talking? Yeah, walking. If you're going to go back and get that gold, that means we're going to have to go back in mines at some point or another. We need people on our side if we want to last till then. I hope this will be enough. I just hope this will be enough. The way to the barn isn't as slow as I thought it would be. Dimitri is keeping a steady pace despite his crutch. There's dancing and drinking and people throwing metal horseshoes at poles outside. Ah, pulley horsey. It smells of fresh hay, sweet malt, and sawdust. Plus, that slightly unpleasant layer of body odor you get when there's too many people in one place. Oh, like a fur con. It isn't that bad. Just saying. I don't see that tiger anywhere. Nick, could I have a private word? He looked at the group we arrived with. You don't mind, gentlemen? Well, now that you mentioned it, the bear cuts him off. Not at all. We'll be in the usual spot. Of course, of course. Paul gives a look before climbing with the ladder to the barn above. Felipe and Dimitri follow. Can Dimitri climb a ladder? He went up, right? Okay, sure. Me and Nick find a rafter by the dance hall where we can wade through the wall of people and find a seat. Nick, I could have sworn the last time we came here, there weren't half as many people. The music and the sound of voices are so loud, I could probably talk at a low shout and people still couldn't understand what I was saying. But thankfully, that's what I want right now. This is the first time in months some of these men have had a free time to come because of the strike. Is Yao the kind of man who enjoys free time? What's that supposed to mean? I mean, he looked pretty rattled last night. We haven't seen him since. He wouldn't leave without talking to me. But how do you know that? Same way I know you would eventually tell me the worst thing he did. Because I knew you. Trust. I can tell when a man has character. Frankly, I don't think I would have trusted somebody like myself to have any character. No offense. He pats me back. And yet, you're here right now. God, for some reason going to this place reminds me of a restaurant that I really liked and I would want to go back to, except they have bad political leanings, so I'm never going back there again. Like, bad political leanings. Like, oof. I guess. So, no matter how we look at it, I'm right. You look awfully smug about it. What is the value of modesty? His smirk grows wider. We should be proud of the things we're good at. Sometimes, if we don't praise ourselves, nobody else will. I put my hand on his thigh. You don't have to tell me twice. Wink. What? Sam, what are you? You know, I can feel you get warmer when I praise you, don't you? He shudders a bit and lowers his voice. Sam. Oh, yeah. He's already heating up like a furnace. So I give him a squeeze. But then he starts shaking me and pointing. Look. What? My voice sounds a little harsher than it's meant to be. I follow the direction of his claw and see a large striped tail lead out of the exit of the barn. We both sit up and follow it past the door. Barns. Let me reset my face, just in case. On the other side of the barn, there's a meadow where more men are throwing horseshoes, chatting, and drinking. But there's a row of smaller but still barns where different folks are coming in and out of. There's a row of smaller but still barns. Yeah, to save that for later. Boop. Inside, we see a group of men standing over a bar with random metal edges poking out of each side. One of them takes a turn to crouch and then lifts his knees, straining and grunting. As he lifts it past his head, the crowd standing in overhead rafters hoot and holler. The other man, a wild dog who follows suit, seems to make a lot more noise. I was like, wild dog? Is like, oh, like African wild dog. Reading yawns. He roars out when he lifts his knees, raising the bar above his head as the crowd heckles him. He pushes the bar higher, then drops the bar in the hay, kicking up dirt. Cheers turn into disappointed groans. What the hell is going on here? Isn't it obvious? Have you never seen a strongman face-off before? Not too fond of circuses. This isn't a show, Sam. This is the real deal. I mean, it is a show in a way. It's where I work out, in fact. I didn't know you worked out. What, you think you're the only one? Or did you just assume I can afford proper equipment? Did people work out back then? Because I think, it was rare for people to do any sort of that stuff unless you're in like some kind of strongman thing. I didn't say that. He starts laughing. Relax, Sam. I cannot afford my own equipment, but we all chipped in to share a place like this with the community. I see the next group of men bending over bars. How the hell are you supposed to build up muscle like that? I think about the sets of kettlebells that gave me more resistance than I never need to build muscle. They aren't doing sets, they're just bragging about the power that they have. Seems dumb. Hey! Dumb how? You can either lift something, or you can't. It's just the fact of mathematics. Mathematics? Well, yeah. The more muscle you have, the more you can lift. Is that so? Yep. So, who has more muscle, Sam? You or me? Huh? I never really thought about that before. There's just more of him than me. But I think I'm healthier. I may even have more muscle than him. I suppose I'd say me? Is that so? I reckon it is. And why's that? Well, I've got more stamina. Uh-huh. And I'm mostly just muscle. Right. So I figure I can lift more. Much easier for all those gases I take in. Much easier for all those gases I take and go the right places and give them power. Oh, he's meaning like oxygen to your muscles. I was like, what gases are we talking about? Gases? Yeah. He nods and starts to whistle. Then he goes up to a tall falcon standing over the men, judging them. Can we go next? What? The judge whistles through his beak at the other two men. You all done? The German Shepherd nods his head, backing away from the bar, while the polar bear groans and stretches, hopping away. Have at it. What do you mean, have at it? Hold on now. I came as fast as I heard. Oh no. He's here? Looks like the news guys got some fighting in after all. But putting up against Nick? Is that really fair? Hush up. You'll mess with their momentum. Paul slaps me on the shoulder. Hard. Let's see if those muscles aren't just for show. The one-note laugh escapes my breath. What? They catch your eye? You'll catch my paws if you don't stop stalling. I stumble forward, almost hitting my shins on the bar. It feels like everybody in the room is looking at me now. Can't we just call it a draw? I don't even know how to hold this damn thing. I feel a little bit hotter under the fur. This is stupid. Like so. He crouches and lifts it effortlessly, of course. I lean down, shaking my head, and I hear people laugh. Yeah, there he is. You have to spread your feet. My head snaps up. Now he appears and's chatting me up. He always shows up when I least expect him to. And not to lock your knees. I reposition my feet and bend down. It's heavy, but not too heavy. Okay. See? I lifted the thing too. Easy. Now do this. He blows out air from his lungs, then inhales. Then he lifts the bar above his head, locking it into place and smirks at me. Is this kind of like the barbell lifting thing where you like put it? I don't know. I've never done those things because like I tend to just do, dumbbells and shit and machines. Because like if your arms give out when you're doing dumbbell bench presses, the weight's going on either side of your head. If you have a barbell, and it fails, well, that's going on your neck or your head. And I like to do things by myself. I'll give you a head start. The crowd is going wild. They're already on his side. Then let me catch... Ooh, thumbnail time. The weight feels a lot heavier than I have used my forearms as well as my biceps to support it. Okay. I hear myself groan. It stings. Is the thing moving? Okay, yeah, it is moving. Pain is temporary. Pride is forever. I've never heard him talk this much. He's smiling and barely breaking a sweat. People are cheering for him, encouraging his strength. I start to wonder if I've ever seen him this comfortable. The closest I've ever come to was when he's in bed with me. Ooh, shit. This is getting too heavy. Can we stop now? We can stop anytime we want. But if you put your bar down first, you have to admit that I have more muscles than you. Yeah, I guess that would be strenuous, just holding something above your head. But is that really true? I mean, I knew you were stronger. So, what are you waiting for? Just put the barbell down. Does this mean he's healthier than me too? I always thought Nick was struggling to get by. Maybe I'm worse off than him. Or maybe he's just doing well in spite of everything. Doing better than all of us. The way he laughs sounds the most alive I've ever heard anybody be. Ugh. I feel my arms start to wobble, and I try to drop the bar as gently as I can. He's still holding it up, smiling down at me. I can tell from the twitch in his arm and the sweat in his brow that the weight is getting to him too. But he still manages to hold it all without breaking. I don't know how heavy those things are. I wouldn't know how. And what makes brittle and what makes him like rubber? I want to know how. There's more applause as he sets the weight down gently into the dirt. Fuck it. I don't need to be thinking about this right now. Now that we're done Being sidetracked, I tried to remind Nick why I came here in the first place, bringing my voice to a whisper in his ear. You should approach Yao before we lose him again. It is not enough that we found him. We need the right place and the right time to approach him. We follow him over to an area of the barn, where there's an array of equipment. Yao's on the floor, sublime, holding 2 dumbbells in his hands. He lifts his arms, then his torso, throwing them over himself, with the weights in each hand. Hey there. He doesn't answer. I look at Nick and point my thumb at him. He just shrugs and starts picking up the weights to try out. I shake my head and continue watching Yao. After 3 sets of 10, he throws the dumbbells to the ground, then runs to a tall beam, jumping up over it. I wait for him at the end of the beam. Hey. He runs past me, shining with sweat as he lunges forward towards the rope without knots connected to the ceiling. He starts climbing vertically. You know, I could do that too if I... He drops down, landing on his feet. Do it then. I'm sort of reserving my energy. He starts climbing without me. Is this really how it is? Oh. Let me read that again. Is this really gonna be how it is? Yeah. Okay. I see a bucket of chalk and dip my hands into it, rubbing them together. Then I start to climb. I take the knotted rope, but he still climbed fast to me. Take the knotted rope, but he still... Once I'm at the top, I stop to take a breath. Right then. He starts climbing down as I begin to speak. So I climb down too, feeling one of my whiskers twitch. Excellent form, Sam. He's trying to keep up with Yao. Nick, can you stop it? I hear myself hissing. Whoa. What's the matter? There's something we're supposed to, and you keep messing around. He sags a bit when he hears me say that. Oh, I apologize. I was enjoying myself. Can't we enjoy ourselves later? He frowns. Usually, there isn't a later. There are personal chores to be done, even on the Sabbath. Is it Sunday? Oh yeah, maybe it is. After that, I'm usually too tired to do much of anything. Right. I'm not used to the long, structured hours and that he works. He barely sees daylight. Alright. Have I been acting foolish, Samuel? No. I mean, I get that you're excited and all. I just didn't want to call too much attention to ourselves, considering what's ahead of us. You know? Of course. He takes me into a warm, damp embrace and pats me on the back. Ew, damp. Sorry that I dropped you in the deep end. I don't exactly swim. Would you like to learn? Yes, everybody should learn to swim. We both flinch when we hear Yao paying attention to us again. Oh, should this be time that we call it? It's definitely that thing where it's like, well, this scene could go on for a hot minute. Or it might, quickly, not be. Then we're going to be on the safe side because, though in visual novels, this could go on for a while, or it could be like the end of it. Like, it could be like, oh yeah, there's mom's like, fun, okay, next scene. Then it's like, bah. Anyways, the end of this, let's place a comment, cause I like comments, 70 like dislike. Tips, tricks, otherwise, if you like YouTube and would like to see it grow, then please subscribe and check out the various type of ground. Please remember and most have control the bit population. And if you want to play this game, it's available for free on its own, but if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the newest version earlier, then you can go to Patreon, which is $3 a month for this and other games. And until next time, I'll say, me, GamerWolfSix of the Smoke Room. So thanks and see you.